Hi, I'm going to go over question 2 in this video. So use geometry software. Pedro draws a quadrilateral ABCD. So you were told the dimension, etc. So the first thing that you were asked to do is to calculate the length of BD, full length of BD. So best to draw the triangle that is involved, make a sketch of it. So we have A, B, D, 51.5, and we only know the length of AB, and our target is to find out the length of BD. At this point, you need to decide which rule to use. So you have two options. This is not a right angle triangle, so you either use sine rule or cosine rule. Since we have a pair, a length, and its corresponding angle, we can use sine rule. So the length of BD to the sine of the angle must be equivalent to the other pair. So, AB is 8 over sine 52.5. You work it out. So over here, 8 divided by sine 52.5 times sine 51.5. The length is 7.8916 what unit is it? Centimeter. You were not told how to round it up. When you were not told in the question, the rounding instruction is 3 significant figures. So that's the length of BD. Next, you were told C to E is 7 centimeters. C to E. Yeah. 7 centimeter. Where point E is the midpoint of BD. Show that the angle EDC. EDC. Okay, so this angle is 48 degrees, 48.0 degrees to 3 significant figures. When they word it like this, it means you must show the value of the angle before you round it. So that's the bit that you need to pay attention to. Well, we need to show the size of the angle. We have 3 lengths. We have 7, 9, and ED. ED is half of BD. So let's draw the triangle that we are working with, B. So this is E, D, 9, 7, C. ED is half of BD. So half of BD. There, divided by 2, we will have 3.9458. I'm keeping a little bit more decimals to make sure my final answer is accurate. So this is roughly 3.9458. Now we have all three lengths. We are ready to work out the angle. This one. Cos of the angle EDC must be equal to the sum of the square of the two sides that includes the angle that you need to work out. So this is 3.9458 square. No, okay. Let me rewrite it because I'm running out of space. Cos angle EDC is 3.94 square plus 9 square minus 7 square all over 2 times the two lengths. So angle EDC must be the inverse cos of the fraction. So how do we do inverse cos? We need inverse cos, bracket. Well, I'm going to set up the fraction and enter everything at one go. So 3.9458 square plus 9 square minus 7 square, all divided by 2 times 3.9458 times 9. Enter. So the angle is, don't round it up just yet. So this is the size of the angle. We must see this before we can award you the next mark. So you say, therefore, it is equal to 48.0 degrees when rounded to 3 significant figure. Next, we need to calculate the area of triangle BDC. Triangle BDC. Triangle BDC. I remember in the exam, some of you thought that this is at right angle. And so what I see people have done is they use the length of EC7 times BD and then half the result thinking that that's the area. But there were no indication that this is at right angle. Therefore, we can't do that. We need to use half AB sine C to work out the area of this triangle. So you must use half of BD and of CD sine of the angle that we worked out. So it is safe to use 48 because you were told that it is 48. Or if in the exam you can't show that it is 48, you can still use it here. So we will have 0.5 times BD is 7.89 times 9 times the sine of 48. But this is the area, 26.38 something, and round it up to 3 significant figure. You should have 26.4 centimeter square. So that's question 2, part A, B, and C. Continuing on to the next part, this is quite a big question, 5 marks. So expect to write down quite a few steps in order to achieve all the marks. So Pedro draws a circle with center at point E. This is the center, drawing the circle, passing through point C. Part of the circle is shown in the diagram. Show that point A lies outside of this circle. So this is point E, and we want to prove, to show, so roughly it is at E, okay? We want to show that it is outside. That means if we can work out the length of AE and show that it is shorter than EC, okay, then we can prove A is outside, because AE is longer than the radius of the circle. It must lie outside. So one mark for recognizing that you need to work out the length of AE. Now what do we have? How do we work it out? We have the length of ED. Do we have this length? No. We have this length. We have this length. Is it possible to work out this one? Actually, yes, we can. Because we have these two. We do also know the size of this angle, which is 180. Take away the other two. So let me draw that. So we're dealing with ABD, 51.5, 52.5. So there, angle ABD is 180, taking away the other two. So let's do that. 180 take away 51.5, take away 52.5. 76. This is 76 degrees. Now add the line AE here. Label the rest of the detail. We have 8. BE is same as ED, which we worked out before, which is 3.9458. 3.9458. This sketch is part of your working, so it is perfectly okay to draw this to show your thinking and your approach. Now we want AE. We have the angle. What can we use? We need to use cosine rule. So AE squared must be equal to AB squared plus BE squared minus 2 of AB BE cos of the angle. So now you do the substitution. 8 squared plus 3.9458 squared, 2 times 8 times 3.9458 cos 76. Right, 8 squared. So AE squared is 64.296 something, and we need to take the square root of our answer. AE is therefore 8.02 centimeter to 3 SF. You can't leave your answer like this for the person who marked your work to interpret whether you know or not. So now you say since AE is 0.82 centimeter, which is longer than the radius EC of 7 centimeter, point A lies outside of the circle.